Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading for the month of July. Let's see what's coming through for you and what the messages are that you're going to need to receive. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Miss Edie, and we are, of course, reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus position. So please do make sure that you check out all those placements so that you get a better overall of your messages. What's so interesting is you also got possibility, which is also from the Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusper, there could be a really strong message in that one for you too. So possibilities are here for you to rise above all of this, and it is saying raise your standards, elevate your expectations, and you have unlimited potential. So I know for this card too, I was, really drawn to the clouds, how you've overcome this, whatever this situation was, whatever the storm is, you have risen above. And when you get to certain heights, the things that usually cause those problems for others, you got these wings. Maybe for some of you, you just got your wings is kind of what's coming through. So it's like this action, this elevation, you're soaring to new heights too. So that is beautiful. Why? Oh my gosh, I love this energy with the beautiful Strength card. This card just wow, I don't know, it's beautiful. I love horses, unicorns, but this just has this beast energy, what you've been through. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can even comprehend. In fact, many can't even fathom. So of course that they're not going to react or understand because they've never been there. This challenge will make you stronger, and I know sometimes that's not what we want to hear, but it is meant to propel you. It is meant to help you. You will get through to the other side. So if you are finding yourself somewhere in the midst of it, right? If you're still kind of finding yourself in that storm right now, just knowing that you will be able to get through, and look for the gifts in the situation. So that's sort of what I was saying. Sometimes the strength is part of the training. You're building some muscles right now, whether it is endurance, whether it is mental fortitude, whether it is teaching you to keep your eyes on God and Jesus and your faith in the universe, your faith in your angels, and whether it is just also having the belief and hope for you to be able to come through to the other side of what this is, and knowing sometimes that we do have to go through that process to remove things that don't belong. We do have to go through this process to create space, right? And that's what's going to allow this for some of you too, right? Being put into this leadership position, and this is so interesting because that's very, very strong. So for some of you, Sagittarius energy, very powerful here. The message was about leadership and getting a huge leadership opportunity. So if that part resonates for you, even if Sagittarius doesn't, go check out that reading, because I know these readings have been really intensely profound. So leadership coming through, like I said, we're talking about elevating your expectations and having unlimited potential, having the strength to overcome stuff. And you are stepping into your leadership, this position, this opportunity. Share your message. For some of you, this is just really loudly confirming to share your story, to be the leader of many, to help so many. And as I'm saying that, Daniel John comes into the room. Hello, welcome, Daniel John. And it says inspire and empower others. So truly help others overcome, truly help others also rise above, right? Because what happens when you're in a leadership position, you don't get to those positions just because you sat in the background, right? You get to those possibilities and opportunities because you have the strength to endure. So part of those gifts that it's talking about, the gifts, the blessings, are through the process, are through the journey. And sometimes they're almost like little hidden upgrades, right? If you think of video games, you unlock something and all of a sudden you can have this extra strength to speed through the second half, or you go past go and collect $200 and skip jail. I don't know, whatever it is. And hopefully not that. I hope that didn't resonate for some of you, but with the Strength card, you're overcoming whatever it is, because it could be, even in the last, there was talking about a lot of, I kind of felt drawn to a cage. So it could be like a mental prison. Some of you are truly breaking free from something that you might be shifting in your mindset, where being a leader versus a follower, and this isn't saying where or what you are, this is just saying people who follow require someone ahead. But when you're that person in the forefront, you have to have strength to be prepared to face unknown So when I'm saying that beast energy, you have to have the polarity to be an excellent leader. You also have to be prepared to protect your territory. And this just truly kind of feels really, really significantly guided, because I know that right now we're building our kingdoms. We're building our territories, that we're expanding, you know, with the, I always call it we were talking about the keepers of the kingdom was the message yesterday. So for many of us too, it's like your potential is expanding. Your energy is growing, and you are going to beautiful new places, and the strength that you have had is what's carrying you, but your strength is also what's inspiring others. So your story is so necessary to awaken future generations of leadership, because we are the pioneers. There is always going to be a pioneer in every family. There is going to be a pioneer in every industry. That's the only way that evolution continues in all ways. The first energy, magician, right? The magic, bringing in that beautiful energy of knowing that you have all the aces, you have all the gifts and abilities. And some of you, these are natural, because the red here is also making me think of the root chakra. So for some of you, this could be a gift from your ancestors. This could be a gift from your lineage, your generation, your bloodline. You know, you come from, this could also be the karma. This could also be the prayers being answered now, right? The magic, the magician is also the one that is able to hold it all together, and you need a really good leader to do that, right? So this is also saying, like, some people might not know how you do it, but here you are standing in this beautiful position here, and I feel like it's like you just make it look so easy. And why? Because when people are kind of like seeing you do it, you have this fluidity to it, because you have found ways to rise above. Elevating your standards is also like we've been having like a lot of messages of excellence, of brilliance, of overcoming those regular, like, yes, this is satisfactory, yes, this is good, but when you are outstanding, you stand out. It's just the consequence of you doing something that other people aren't doing, and most people will not do more, and that could be what's pissing them off, right? You have the King of Swords energy here too, so you could have some people who might be a little bit challenging, might be a little unhappy, might be a little intimidated. So for some of you, I'm going to read it the way it's coming through right now with the Five of Swords here as well. So there could be some people who you might not know how, like, what, I tried this, I tried this, I tried this, it doesn't matter what I do. For others of you, there could just be someone that, you know, doesn't matter, like, I'm not saying this is narcissistic, but it doesn't matter what you're going to do. They just, it's not them, and because it's not them, they're not going to be happy. Or there's this unsatisfactory, you know, like, it's just sometimes some people have too much. So for some of you, it's just sort of like, do it your way, do your thing. For others of you too, there is this way to kind of keep trying. So whatever it is, you're going to find your way, because this person might also be like a really powerful influence for you to be able to hone these skills, right? You're sharpening your sword, you're sharpening your tools. So for some of you as well, there might be some disappointments here if this is the other way, right? Like you want, you might be the leader here, and then you're in this King of Swords energy, so you have to be careful with your communication, but you also are, you know, in a position of authority, so you do also have to deal with people. So maybe there were some circumstances. So for some of you too, because that came out and I did kind of have that jail message, some of you could have someone who is like in that circumstance. So I feel like there could be some stuff that is coming through that will be cleared up with that. For others of you, this just means, like, especially since it's legal, King of Swords can also be an ex. So for some of you, you are removing anybody who doesn't belong. For others of you, you're learning how to manifest what it is that you want. With the King of Swords too, he's kind of keeping it close to his chest. So there's this lack of communication. There is this ability right now to really kind of focus, and I feel like that's sort of where I feel like that strength is coming through too, because you do have this mental fortitude to come through whatever these situations are in order for you to be able to achieve those beautiful new heights. And the Eight of Swords coming through again too. Thank you. Surreal's in the house, guys. Make sure you show him so much love. Shout out. And we have this beautiful energy coming in. With the Eight of Swords at the bottom, though, it had to do with about being stuck in that mindset again, right? Changing our paradigm. With the Hierophant here. So again, for some of you, this could be a divorce situation from someone who was dishonest, someone who wasn't truthful. For others of you, with the Hierophant here, there is illuminations where perhaps you're learning how to do things in a better way. Where maybe this could have been like, you know, wasting your own time, wasting your own thoughts and energies. For some of you, there could have been people that were, you know, taking your ideas and saying it was theirs. So however this is with the Hierophant, there is this illumination, but the Hierophant's also the judge. So this can also talk about, like, you know, decisions being made, mentorships, elders, contracts. There could be some things with that too. Okay, so there could be a lot of strength that you are needing right now, because there could be limitations at this time where new contracts do have to be made so that it reflects those new nice changes. And then again, there's just a lot of changes that are happening, Sagittarius, for you here. But it could also be just really finding a way to be honest. If you were dealing with a manipulator, then that's why the raise your standard is here. So this person, if you thought this was the person you were going to marry, and you're dealing with someone who is on a much more immature level than you, is sort of how it's really coming through, it's never going to work, right? So let's see. We have the High Priestess. Now that is why you get rid of all the other people, because when you elevate and rise yourself above here with the Hierophant, you are at this enlightened level, you are at this elite level, okay, in spirituality. This is the highest card. This is the person who helps others. And then boom, what happens when you raise your vibration? Somebody of that vibration enters your life, and enter High Priestess. So for many of you, this is the High Priest, High Priestess. So these are the literally divine couple match. Now I know, okay, religiously it all means differently, but in terms of the spiritual energy, she is literally the divine feminine, completely spiritually connected, the divine masculine, completely spiritually connected, evolved. Both people have the abilities to be connected to their higher selves, higher spirit, whether it is God, whether it is angels, whether it is faith, intuition, Piscean energy, Taurus energy coming through. But the High Priestess is also very knowledgeable. She's holding the Akashic record. So there is so much, like I said, like this lineage that's coming through with the Magician energies. What I felt in the beginning, it's like you literally have this intuition. It's almost like, it's not even just a sixth sense. I feel like it's like whatever you do, whatever you're trying to do, it will just happen. Like you speak something into existence, you talk about it, it appears, you mention them, they call, whatever it is. Like you are so in tune. And I feel like that's why for you too, like you already know if someone is being dishonest. Like that's why you're such a great leader. That's also why you're going to be really good at being able to not accept people's excuses, right? Because you're going to also help them. So there could be opportunities here with the Page of Pentacles. There could be a message here as something is coming in for you. So that could be maybe why you're learning how to do some new stuff, because you've never done this before. For others of you, you have this brand new field here that you will be, of course, planting these seeds, tending to this garden, or creating whatever this beautiful abundance and opportunity is that will come from this. Page of Pentacles is also maybe a child. So for some of you, if this is a divorce situation, then you are going to be needing to figure all that out. Of course, that's a whole process, so make sure you have the right people involved here too. For others of you, this is also like the significance of what is happening, where maybe you are facing some things, or your person is, where you do have to grow up, right? We have to grow up to tend to these things and be able to, like she's really looking at it like, how am I going to do this, right? So for some of you, we do have orange, which is the sacral chakra. So that could be also your creativity. So someone gives you like the material, but how do you do it, right? So you have all of the tools you need. You have all of the basics. So it's about not just having the land, having the seed, but perhaps you need the guidance. Maybe this is your elders, maybe this is parents, maybe this is community members, maybe this is people who are able to assist you, who have done that. So for some of you, this leadership also comes with the need to have mentorship, which if you haven't done it before, you don't know what you're doing. In order to do the best, you have to follow the best, right? Mimicking is the greatest form of flattery, but it's also necessary for you to surround yourself with the best so that you can get progress. With the Knight, from the Page to the Knight, it is about movement. So for some of you, if this is someone coming towards you, they do want to figure out how to cultivate this land with you, right? We've got all these forests, like it's like a forest of trees here, and then here we just have one. So it's sort of like someone might have other opportunities, or there might be others, but they only want what they want with you. And I have a card in my deck that looks like this, and it's called I Have Plans for Us. So this person wants to grow. This person wants to move things along. So this opportunity and offer, if it is in love, if it is in stability, if it's in finances and security with a job, since we are talking about leadership, it is requiring you to take the lead. masculine feminine energy doesn't necessarily mean anything, but in the sense of like being in that authority position and being able to be that discerning guide, and also using your wisdom and intelligence here too. So there's a lot of different things that are coming through. That's why the strength card is here too, because you do need to use that in order to make these progress, because with the Knight of Pentacles it could be really slow, it could be taking a lot of time. Okay, Sagittarius, so I feel like and under this is the Artist, which just in case gonna cover this. He is you know what's so funny, here's the tree again. Okay, so trees, I don't know, this is really significant coming through again, but the Artist is drawing my throat chakra. There's a little going off, so there's some communication here. Okay, so for some of you, if you're manifesting, you know, the magic, you're creating this with the Magician energy. Like I said, you speak it into existence, so be very, 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 very clear on your communication, what you're expressing, what you're thinking. It is critical at this time. But what's even better is I just heard it right before I came live in another video, and they said like even painters, when they make a mistake, they paint over it, right? So it's maybe possible right now for you that whatever you're dealing with, you can just put a little cloud over that mistake, you know, whatever it is, make some new art here. And the artist's name is Matt, so we do have Matt coming through here, so that could be significant for you. So if it doesn't look like what you want it to look like, it's okay. And it's interesting because we were talking about the clouds and then the unicorns above the cloud, right? So the possibilities are endless. You can change it, you can make it look like whatever you want it to look like. Even sometimes when you achieve something, it doesn't look like what you thought it would, or it's not with the people you wanted it to be, or in the end it is, but it wasn't what you were looking for, right? Or in the end it didn't feel like what you wanted. And you're going to figure that out. So let's see what the prayer cards are here with Archangel Michael before we say goodbye, Sagittarius. This is a very beautiful reading for you. And I feel like, if, again, like maybe there are some situations where you do feel quite disappointed with communications, or there's some things left unsaid, because I feel like my throat chakra is definitely like speak up, you know, like whatever it is that is necessary, or perhaps there's still some stuff that's still, you know, you're having a hard time, and like, you know, swallowing this is just like swallowing poison, right? So don't keep it in. And I'm not saying go yell at somebody about it, but maybe pray, right? Speak it to God, speak it up, right? So we do have this situation is already resolved, and here we are kind of removing. Now for some of you, because we have all these fires, you know, always like to pray over anyone who is struggling with those natural disasters. So for me, this is like whoever has been lost will be found. Whatever has been needed to be protected and saved, you will be lifted, you will be raised by your angels, your feet shall not touch the rocks. And that is from Psalms 91. So for anyone who is struggling right now, I pray over you, but I also ask you to pray over yourself every day with Psalms 91, morning and night. And a dear friend of mine shared that with me, and it changed my life. So I'm just passing on that beautiful blessing. I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this current situation in a divinely perfect way. And just knowing that at this time, there's no need for you to be worrying about it. There's no need for you to figure out the how. All you need to do is find the people who are going to help make that possible, right? So detach from this situation is also your other beautiful card. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword and cut any attachment to fear or drama. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's best to just walk away. Let them be them. You be you, right? So that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and in this situation. So I feel like that's why it might be taking you all this extra strength, right? Because a good leader has to work with all kinds of people. In order for you to be able to be put in a position of leadership, you will be ridiculed, you will be judged, you will be underestimated. And that's part of what your point is as a representative of an authority position, is to show people how it can be done your way. Not that there's no other way, but your uniqueness, your skills, talents set you apart from the others, and that's what is making you, you. So that's just coming through with a beautiful message there, okay? So So thank you so much, guys. I hope this brings you the answers you needed. So just know that it's already resolved. Detach from the how, which is usually the typical part when we're manifesting with any other energies. And let's see how this comes in for you. As always, guys, if you'd like to book with me, you can through my website only. Only follow the links below or in my link trees in the description boxes. As always, I just want you to stay aware of any scammers or people pretending to be me. So I never message you, I never contact you. You can only contact me there. I'm feeling also guided to share that if any of you are grieving a loss, I have a section as well in my link tree for messages to heaven, which is a safe space for you to be able to write your loved ones. I feel like maybe there's some things that you would like to communicate maybe to someone that you looked up to that you may have lost, and that's also an available option for you too. As always, guys, stay safe. I love you. You're strong. You're amazing. God bless you now and always, and we'll see you again really soon. Take care. Bye.